Hello whiskey lovers, and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings. Today I would like to talk to you about an independent bottling of Isle of Jura. Now it's an older bottling and it's almost impossible to find nowadays, but nevertheless I wanted to tell you about this for two reasons. First of all, Isle of Jura, it does not appear on my scope very often, I'll be honest. And second, this is probably the best Isle of Jura I've tried so far. This is an independent bottling by the Whiskyman, which is a Belgian independent bottler, and as far as I can tell, he has retired. Dominiek Bouckaert was the man behind the Whiskyman, and he bottled this one exclusively for Sweden's ferry service, the Viking Lines, and there were only 116 bottles. But a few did make it into some specialized stores, and that's why I was able to put my hands on it. It's a 24-year-old. It was distilled in 1988 and it was bottled in 2013 from a bourbon cask. So like I said, it has been around for a couple of years and it's been sitting on my shelf because I taste this sparingly because it's one of the most beautiful Isle of Jura malts I've tried so far. So there you have it. It is bottled at a cask strength at 51.2% ABV. So let's give this one a go. Isle of Jura 24-year-old 1988 by the Whiskyman. Full gold color. Clings to the glass. That's good. Big fat drops coming down the glass. I like it already. On the nose. It's very fruity on berries and citrus, but I also get some hazelnuts, and there is this typical farmy side with some menthol in there. I always get that with Isle of Jura. A bit of a stable scent, but here the citrusy and the fruity notes do overpower that stable scent. I even get some sweet butter, some tropical fruit. Peach, loads of peach in here. So this is a rather tropical Isle of Jura, very good for this kind of weather, isn't it? Well, let's give this one a try on the palate then. Very oily, very spicy. I get some white pepper, I get some nutmeg, licorice, orange zest. Wow, this is quite complex. Some mint, and there is even a slight hint of peat in there as well. It's in the back, but you can clearly taste the smokiness. There is a little peat in there. I get some white chocolate and caramel as well, which is interesting. It keeps coming in layers. I also get some sea salt and some seaweeds. So this is very complex. This is a beautiful Isle of Jura. On the finish, which is quite long and spicy, the tropical fruitiness fades a little bit, and to the fore comes grapefruit. Well, grapefruit obviously is also a tropical fruit, but you know what I mean. Long gone is the peach and the mango and stuff like that. It's now all on grapefruit, so there's this tiny little but interesting bitterness, zestiness on the finish. A very complex dram, and like I said, it is one of the best Jura I have ever tried. This is the Isle of Jura 24-year-old from 1988. Imagine that. Where were you in 1988 when this was distilled? I was 18 years old. Imagine that. Wow. Very cool. And bottled at cask strength for the Viking Lines in Sweden, but luckily a few dropped off the shelf and got to Belgium as well, thanks to the now retired Whiskyman Dominiek Bouckaert. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you. Bye bye.